I wanted to share an art activity. I didn't see it posted anywhere on the web, so I wanted to share what I do in my classroom. So my first question is, what is one really good creative idea worth? Okay, think about that. What is one good creative idea worth in your life? Have you ever had one idea that changed everything for you? And so, what I'm getting at is I hear people say that they're not creative, but I do think that everybody has to be creative each day. But creativity is also an activity that strengthens your brain. It's a muscle. Your brain is a muscle, and creativity is something that we practice. So the first activity I wanted to practice with everyone is one of the most basic activities I do with my students. It's called a shape hunt. Okay? So boys, let's try this out today. I want you guys to draw the 4 most common shapes. Do you know what they are? Can you name a common shape that you see?
Square.
A square. A square has 4 equal sides. Do your best to draw a square. What's another one?
A rectangle.
A rectangle.
I would draw it up because I see a window that's right.
We always pull down when we draw. A tip in art is always pull your pen down instead of drawing upward. It helps you draw more clearly in more straight lines. Okay, what's another most common shape that you think is one of the most common geometric shapes?
Circle.
Circle. Oh, mine looks like an oval because of where the angle I'm drawing from is a little
Mine
tricky.
looks like kind of like an egg. I think I might want to fix it.
Yep, okay. And then one more shape that we can draw on here.
Trapezoid?
It's a little more complicated. We could, but I want to make sure this is it. Something kindergartners up to 5th grade can all take part in. So what do you think is a more common shape?
Diamond.
Diamond, or what's half of a diamond called? Draw a line and put a dot at the top. This is usually the hard. Right, a triangle. This is usually hard for kindergartners to draw. So I do a line with a dot and make a triangle. So what we're going to do now, and if you don't have whiteboards at home, you can just use a scrap piece of paper and a pencil. What we're going to do now is I want you boys to go around the house, and we're going to take 3 minutes as quickly as you can, and inside each shape, every time you see that shape, put a mark. And we're going to see which shape you find the most of. If you run out of room inside your shape, just put it below it. You guys ready to try the hunt? Let's see who can find the most shapes. And we also want to see which shape do you think we're going to find the most of. What do you predict, Eli? Which shape is the most common?
Probably a square.
You think square is the most common? What do you think is the most common, Noah?
Probably, I'd say, yeah, square. I agree with
You both agree square is the most common shape in the house. Okay.
because we have a whole bunch of.
All right, let's go ahead and try our activity. See you guys. Let me set a timer and see you in 3 minutes. Was it 3 minutes? Okay, welcome back, Alcoa. Let's see what we found. We did our 3 to 5 minute shape hunt. Noah, what did you find the most of?
I found the most of rectangle.
And what did you find the least amount?
Well, it was a tie with the least. One triangle and one circle.
Okay. And Eli, what did you find?
I found
The most of.
rectangle.
Okay. It looks like you have a lot for circle too. Okay. So was your guys' prediction correct? You found mostly squares?
No.
You found mostly what? Rectangles? And did any of you find a huge amount of rectangles anywhere?
Yes.
Where did you find the most rectangle shapes?
In my Lego city.
Bingo. Okay, so there's one. Are Legos usually circle, triangle, rectangle, or square?
Usually
What are all the Lego pieces?
it's square. They're usually, it depends on what type of Lego, like what type of Lego piece
What
you
is the
get,
most
what
common?
type of Lego set you get. The most common is rectangle.
Right. So Legos, the entire pieces of Legos are rectangles. So you found a huge amount of rectangles. If you found a stack of paper or a sketchbook, you have lots of rectangles in there. Circles. Where did you find your circles, Eli?
I looked at a clock. I looked at a few things.
Okay, so circles are often, you have to be more observant, and that's one of the goals of this activity, is to be more visually aware. So there are circles all around us right now. I see some in the paper towel rolls. I see some in the speakers.
Is that his tire?
You guys are starting to notice now. Yeah, you found one circle, and you've already just found two within a few minutes. Pencils and glue bottles all have circles on the ends of them if you look at them in the correct direction. So this activity is great because now you all are starting to see the world like an artist. You're starting to see the visual things around you. You become more perceptive or more aware of the world around you. You're becoming better artists. Awesome. So that's the first goal of our activity, is to help people become more aware of shapes. The second goal of this activity is that if you can't draw shapes, you can't really draw many other things like letters. So we like to do a lot of activities with beginning basic shapes, and then if you can find these shapes and you can practice drawing these shapes, then I can help you draw anything in the world, because everything in the world around you is made of shapes. And so that's our activity for today. Boys, did you have any other comments before we go?
I don't think so.
Oh, one more thing. I see an adaption here. We have, these are called forms. It's a 3D version of a shape for older students. Although I think, Noah, you were still just looking for squares, not boxes, correct? In your shape hunt, you were just looking for squares and rectangles and triangles, not 3D versions. So I wanted to make that clear, but you can adapt this activity however you would like.